The amount of online companies out there selling prescription hearing aids in the name of affordability and accessibility makes me sick. Hey guys, welcome back to the Dr. Cliff AUD vlog. This is vlog number 186, and today I want to talk to you about this recurring theme of online companies selling prescription hearing aids. But before I get into this video, if you could do me a huge favor, click that like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notification bell so you get notified every single time I publish a new video. Now let's get into it. So I understand that this video is going to rub some people the wrong way, because anytime that I say anything negative about something that is an affordable option or an accessible option for people who do not have a lot of money or resources or whatnot, I end up getting a lot of criticism for it, because it's like, Cliff, not everybody can afford hearing aids in your clinic. And listen, I get it, but my biggest goal here is to make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into. So if you feel like purchasing prescription hearing aids online is the only way that you can afford hearing treatment, by all means, go ahead and go that route. Just don't fall for all of the stuff that these online companies are telling you in their marketing. So let's rewind here a little bit and go back a number of years. Back in the day, the only way to get hearing aids, prescription hearing aids, which was really the only type of hearing aids, was to go into a hearing aid clinic that was either staffed by a hearing instrument specialist or an audiologist. And it required those professionals to set up your devices for you to make sure that you receive the optimal amount of benefit. And when it comes to, as time has gone on with the internet and all of that, and I love the internet, I've made a whole career based off of the internet because of this channel, but what the internet brought along was the ability to sell something online to a massive amount of people without those people having to be in your local area. And so, as you know, with Amazon, you can pretty much buy anything online, and a lot of companies or startups are like, well, hey, we could actually make a good amount of money selling prescription hearing aids online, and we can tell people that just send us your audiogram, we'll custom program your hearing aids, we'll send it to your door, we'll provide you with virtual support, and there you go. You just ended up getting prescription hearing aids set up to your prescription for a fraction of the cost, and it's much more convenient for you to do so. And if you need additional help, just reach out and let us know. But there's a problem with this particular model. You see, the only way to properly program a prescription hearing aid is when you are actually wearing it inside of your ear and you have probe microphone tubes and you perform a verification method called real ear measurement. This allows a hearing care professional to custom program your prescription hearing aids to your hearing loss prescription that is calculated based off of your audiogram. And so, on the surface, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to send my audiogram to one of these online prescription hearing aid companies. They're going to pick a hearing aid that is custom selected for me and based on my hearing loss. And then they're going to custom program it to my prescription and then mail it to me. And then I'm going to have a lot of success with those devices. But as you now know, that is not actually possible to do in this online distribution model. And so you might be able to get prescription hearing aids, but it is literally impossible for those prescription hearing aids to be programmed properly to your prescription, no matter what they say on their websites. And a lot of these companies are using this affordability and accessibility terminology to justify, in my opinion, what is bad behavior, because this particular model of hearing aid distribution, in my opinion, is being dishonest. And even if it is lower in cost, it's also lower in potential benefit for the users of these devices, because they're leading you to believe that you're going to get the same performance outcome if you have everything remotely programmed and they provide you with remote assistance and remote programming and all of that. And it's just not possible. Now, I am probably the single individual around the world who would benefit the most by utilizing and adopting a distribution model like this. With my channel here, I could easily go and purchase prescription hearing aids, sell them on my website, make an absolute killing doing so because so many people trust me in my opinion. I could just be selling you hearing aids directly and say, hey, you get it for a lower cost. These are good hearing aids. I can even work with you remotely to set them up for you. And I would probably be retired at this point if I would have started doing that, a couple years ago or around the beginning of my channel. But there's a reason why I don't do it. I don't do it because I know that it is impossible for you to get the highest level of performance outcome if you purchase prescription hearing aids online. Now, I'm not talking about over-the-counter hearing aids. Over-the-counter hearing aids is a totally different ballgame. You can purchase those on your own. You can set them up on your own. But the intent of over-the-counter hearing aids is not to give you a perfect treatment outcome. The intent of over-the-counter hearing aids is to make a more affordable and accessible option for mild to moderate hearing loss individuals who are avoiding hearing treatment because the cost is too high of prescription devices and the cost benefit that they run in their head is not worth it. But when you get to the point where you need prescription hearing aids, the cost benefit becomes more worth it, right? You need better performance from a hearing aid so you can actually function with that hearing aid. And typically, if you want better performance, you need to pay more money. Now, whether you have to pay a lot more money or a little more money, is totally up to you. This whole idea of using affordability and accessibility with online prescription hearing aid sales is crazy to me because I would bet you money that if you go into any hearing aid or audiology clinic out there and say, hey, listen, I've got $2,500, which is right around the cost of what you would spend maybe to purchase hearing aids, prescription hearing aids online, anywhere from $2,500 to $4,500 that you would spend. But if you go in there and say, hey, listen, I got $2,500, I have hearing loss, I have a severe hearing loss. Can you help me inside of that budget? And they will either say, yes, we can help you inside of a $2,500 budget, or they would say, well, we can help you. We can't do it for a flat rate of $2,500, but if you can afford to pay $50 a month or $100 a month for X amount of months at low to no interest, we can actually get you treated really well with prescription level hearing aids. And if accessibility is an issue, meaning you cannot actually physically get into a hearing aid clinic, all you have to do to make sure that it's done right is go into that clinic 1, maybe 2 times to get initially set up the right way with real ear measurements, and then they can do stuff remotely after that. But you cannot do remote care properly without being initially set up properly inside of a clinic with prescription hearing aids. Now, if this is the first time that you're hearing about real ear measurement, I will link this video down in the description. Here's the thumbnail for it. I'll link that video down in the description because it is very important for you to understand what has to be done when custom programming a pair of hearing aids. The only way to make sure that prescription hearing aids are set up the right way is to do a measurement inside of your ear because everybody's ear canal size and shape is different. So you cannot take an audiogram, send it to an online company, have them customize a pair of hearing aids for you and get those hearing aids back and think that they're at your prescription. It cannot happen. It is literally impossible. I have never had a hearing aid inside of my clinic where I'm able to enter the audiogram, put that hearing aid inside of a patient's ear, measure the output of that hearing aid, and find out that it was matching the prescriptive target exactly. It's because it can't happen. It is impossible. Well, not impossible. I think there's probably like 1 in 100,000 chance that both of your ears would hit the prescription exactly, which would mean that you're able to hear your best with those devices. So this is the beef that I have with these online prescription hearing aid companies. They're just companies full of empty promises, and they try to make themselves sound like we're doing this for the benefit of people with hearing loss because we're giving them an affordable option, and they have really nice designs on their websites, and it's just crazy. It sucks because I spend all of my time trying to educate consumers and protect consumers and help them make better informed decisions. And at the end of the day, there's still companies that are popping up like this, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. But you get to make your own decisions. You're likely a grown-up watching this video. If you feel like you want to risk purchasing hearing aids online, by all means, go ahead and do so. But one thing I can guarantee you is that your performance will not be as good if you purchase prescription hearing aids online. If you're going to spend the money, because you're going to spend good money whether you purchase them online or whether you purchase them in a clinic, you might as well get the actual in-person care that is required to optimize your performance. But you know what? You let me know what you think down in the description. What do you feel about purchasing prescription hearing aids online from companies who truly don't know you from anyone else? Because their goal, let's not get it twisted here, their goal, they know that they stand to make a lot of money because the open marketplace of online dramatically increases the amount of potential sales that they could make. So don't get it twisted for 1 second. Their goal is to make money. My goal, yes, I want to make money. I make plenty of money. Chances are you'll never be my patient. So whether you choose to go and buy these hearing aids online or come, to me, it's really irrelevant, because like 0.01% of people who watch my channel actually become my patients inside the clinic. So there's really nothing at risk for me. I'm still going to have a successful clinic. I'm still going to have a ton of patients who hear their absolute best in my clinic. And if you choose that you want to go this route of purchasing devices online, more power to you. I just want you to make an informed decision. And if you feel like that's the best decision for you, go ahead and knock yourself out, right? Just make sure that you don't pick a company that's ultimately going to scam you and take your money. And if you don't have success, you try to return those devices and they don't give you a refund because they're a scam. Just don't be surprised if you get taken advantage of and lose your couple $1,000 by purchasing online. That being said, like I said, you're likely a grown individual watching this channel. You make your own decisions, and hopefully you enjoyed this discussion this week. I know it was kind of on the negative side. Again, I'm not doing that for likes. Honestly, the negative videos get less likes than the positive videos, but it is what it is. I just feel like it's my duty to inform you of risks and all of that associated with choosing to go to different places to treat your hearing loss. But if you did like this video, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. And as always, I'll see you next week.